my undergrad degree in recreational therapy, so I'm a recreational therapist by nature. My master's is in public administration, and I have a gerontology certificate from UNO. I have worked in long-term care for about 8 years, doing rec therapy and activities and leadership roles. In my spare time, I guess, or more importantly than work, I have 2 boys who keep me busy with their activities and fun stuff. I did attend the Community 360 training. I actually was in on the initial part where we were just doing the draft. We did some of the think tank stuff to see what needed to be in the manual, and so that was a great experience. And then I also had the opportunity to go through the training. I thoroughly enjoyed my time on those 2 days. I think I love this. So for me going through the training, I loved it. But I love seeing the Community 360 volunteer just because I know they've had the education. And that's huge to me. They've been trained, they have the education, they know what to expect. They have the tools and the resources in their pocket to pull out when they need them. And that saves me so much time, knowing I can trust this person, they're ready to go, and they're just set up to really make an impact. And as someone working in the community with volunteers, I just think it's invaluable. As a professional, it's well done, it's well written, it couldn't be better, it couldn't cover more appropriate topics. As a volunteer, if I put, the volunteer lens on, the amount of information is just outstanding. It's everything you need to know to hit the ground running, get in a nursing home, and work with those people one-on-one, work with the individuals. They're definitely more prepared. They have a greater understanding of the culture of long-term care, really what they're walking into. They're not as apprehensive to really deal with some of the individuals who have maybe more behaviors or a little bit harder to communicate verbally. They seem a lot more comfortable and prepared to get going. Well, and one thing I love too about Community 360's program is you guys do all the background checks and you do all the education. So they come to me, I have them sign, a couple forms that our community requires, and they're ready to go. It's just ideal. I think they respond really well. They our members here, they love volunteers. So anyone that can come in is really appreciated. I think what the difference is with the Community 360 volunteer and what makes them stand out is their reliability. Mine's definitely covered in the training that be there. Rely on you, they expect your visit, make sure this is a commitment you want to do. And anyone that's going to go through a 2 to 3 day training and pay a fee is a committed volunteer. They'll make sure they're there, they show up, and they really want to invest the time with someone, as opposed to a volunteer off the street. Sometimes we do get those, but a lot of times they come in, they're not really sure what they're getting into, they haven't had a lot of training, and they don't realize how much that the individuals in long-term care count on those visits. Community 360 volunteers, they show up, they're reliable, and you can count on them. Oh, definitely. It takes a big burden, I think. Well, it's not, burden's not the word, but it lifts some of the stress off of a family member having a volunteer that they know is going to be there. So if we have an individual and they have a Community 360 volunteer come in once a week, the family knows, well, maybe that day, I don't need to come in because there's caregivers there, they're getting a volunteer, they're getting more socialization, so it really helps. It's a good partnership, I think, between the family members and the volunteers. Any of our volunteers walk in off the street and I see, they're valuable, they're interested, they're committed, they show up, I say, here's information on Community 360, look it up, take the training. Anyone who's really committed and wants to be a volunteer, you can't find a better program in Omaha. You just can't. It's perfect. And we do have a training program in-house, but without having a full-time volunteer person in-house, splitting duties between running a department, leading groups, and volunteer coordinator on the side. I can do a very quick orientation process with them. I can do the background check, but they're definitely not as prepared as if they go through the training. I love the partnership this community has, but I think more importantly for me, it's been personally. I see your desire, I see Paul's passion. It's well ran, it's professional. All the people I've met that have been involved with this organization have just been outstanding. So for me, it's made more of a personal impact, I think, professionally on something to strive for. And so bringing in that supplement volunteer they can be present. They can be one-on-one. They don't have any other distractions except, person to person. I'm here for you. And I think the volunteers learn so much from the members. So it's this great interaction. It's this great exchange of human personality, human soul, human, information.